Welcome to another session in Gotham. Today we have a social scene, plenty of new beasts, a new bar in town. And it's here that we find ourselves meeting new faces and mingling with the kind in Creed's case. Without further ado, let's get this show on the road. At the very least, I'm sure Creed is there, along with his new friend, Titus.
So I'm actually just coming into the bar. I've probably invited both Talon and Andrew out for a night on the town, drinks, partying, celebrating our victory. And I've heard of this cool new place that I've heard one of my friends a friend of mine is back in town, and I've invited you two at least out and to go out drinking and having fun.
Talon and who, sorry?
Andrew,
Okay,
you two both helped with the Riddler.
fair enough.
The bar looks not that good. It's not the best bar ever. It's not the second best bar ever. It's not the third best bar ever.
It's a dive.
It's a dive bar. It's a cheap ass booze with very cheap ass people. A sad thing to say, but they are. But there is a handsome man in the bar who's wearing a coat, sunglasses at night. Yes,
Maximum
what?
douche.
Max. He has some scars on his face and hands.
The popped collar with another collar underneath.
No. Like he's like maximum douche.
Not that far.
He's not the alpha douche. He's maximum douche.
We'll have to get him to Apex level later.
The Apex douche is Nathaniel, sadly. But basically, so he's new at these stuff, and he acts like, wait, what the fuck is happening? As he turns towards the door when you three enter. Like he remembers Creed because it's fucking hard to forget all those tattoos.
All those drugs.
Yeah, all those, and he looks at Andrew and Talon like, what are those? There's a walking corpse in his mind. He's looking at Creed and looking at Andrew and Talon, feeling like something is cool about them.
So Creed will, as he walks in, and Titus just has his arms draped around both Andrew and Talon's shoulders because come
visibly
on,
uncomfortable. But
yeah,
it's a celebration scene.
staring them in basically, and he'll unwrap himself and go, James, in typical Creed fashion, then come over to take your hand.
While you're coming, he points a finger at you and then takes your arm. Motherfucker, I missed you.
All right. And
Holy
just
shit.
does the man hug.
The
You know, the
chest bump,
pat.
the fucking everything else.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Here, your
Great
drink.
fucker.
Yeah, I'm back. And he pours drinks. Hello, my name's Titus. He pours a beer for Talon and a whiskey for Andrew, and he looks at Creed and no, he gives him the bottle of tequila. Fuck, I'm back.
It sounds like such an ordeal. Talon will be not offended, but he's looking at this glass of beer. Andrew gets whiskey. This guy gets a bottle, progressively more expensive alcohol. He's like, what the fuck?
I mean, for all we know, Titus just grabbed whatever was under the bar and just put it up there. He was just like, here you go. I don't know. Just drink this first, I guess. We'll grab something else in a second.
Shit and go.
You know, I have been in prison for 1 year for punching a piece of shit cop, a fucking pig, and now I'm back.
pauses.
I would love to slap Titus with investigation. This would be
And yeah, Andrew's
hilarious.
like a cop or was a cop, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A private eye.
He has untouchable merit.
No, not that way. Not
Okay.
clues.
He's not giving you the bad
investigation.
Mhm.
Very funny. What he would love to do, and while it would take way too many dice, is he would love to look at Titus's outfit, his effects, and the small details to see what he could glean of Titus's history. He's
What
basically
would
doing
you
the Sherlock. What would he gain?
Like I'll tell you everything you would gain immediately, but I will trying to understand like what your character would see and with the
What he's
supernatural power.
looking for. He would be looking for personality traits. He would be looking for hobbies. He would be looking for.
It's kind of like when you're in high school and you see a prep and you're like, that person's a prep, and you know exactly where they kind of sit in society, maybe common personality traits, stuff like that. Like
At the most basic level, yes, it'd be profiling. I mean, I hate to use the word, but you know, he's. I've called it deductive reasoning. That's all I can do because profiling is apparently a problem. But anyway, you know, he's looking for little things that might cue him into what Titus is about. Not that his sunglasses at night and bombastic manner of speaking aren't enough.
The first thing that catches your hand is his wrists are like there are scars of punching people too many times. You know, like when you punch people so many times, like your knuckles.
Yeah, the knuckles don't stick out as much. They kind of smooth over. His hands are probably covered in little white pock marks.
So he's been working on calluses for like a decade.
For a while, yeah. He has been like his body is quite good. He looks like he works out. His the way he dress is a bit weird. Not a lot of people in this slums dress like him, but he kind of doesn't give a shit. There is this like alpha personality that is appearing around him. He seems to be someone who works for either compromises or he gets what he can. And lastly is like there's tinges of maybe some drug use and alcohol.
Reminds me of some people I've worked with. Talon would immediately recognize you as another beast and kind of cock his head. He knows Andrew, but you're a new face, and you just said you got out of prison, which is still kind of a new thing because of who Talon is.
He looks at Talon. He actually says, "You kind of sound or look familiar. Not sound, but look familiar, dude."
I find that hard to imagine. I'm definitely not from around here.
We're from the slums.
Originally.
Yeah. They kind of kicked you out, right?
Yeah.
He takes out his glasses. He gives you that look like, man, it's me, James.
man, fuck out. We're bros. He's just like, he doesn't have eidetic memory, so it probably takes him like a few seconds to kind of like de-age your face in his mind and try and compare like to different faces he's seen. He's like, oh, you were a shit disturber too. Okay. I mean, I don't know you exceptionally well. I don't know you really well, but like, how would Talon put this? I don't know you really well, but I can see why you're familiar.
Yeah, you were from the same hood. You were from the hood for a while at least.
Out of character, I'm just face bombing so hard. Yeah, you kind of got involved with a gang, and I kind of got involved with the exact opposite. Nobody at all.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah, good to remember.
Does he actually not remember the?
No, he does
Okay.
remember. It's just like
just-
he's
it's just-
bullshitting.
Fair enough.
He's like, he's not gonna like admit like, yeah, I'm connected to gangs. I'm connected to all kinds of shit. He's not gonna say that.
Well, he's the owner of the bar, so I figured he'd have some freedom of speech. But yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean, he was convicted. He went to jail. Why wouldn't he? Okay.
This is fair.
Well, Andrew's not too bothered. He's enjoying the whiskey, enjoying the atmosphere. He didn't grow up in the best neighborhood himself, so this is probably one of the first times that Creed has seen him loose. He's always been kind of uptight around his sister.
Yeah, well, Tatia's not exactly a spring chicken, if you know what I mean.
I mean, she might taste like one.
Let's ask Nathaniel.
Oh, that was just entirely uncalled for. Holy shit.
You guys like can see like some people comes near Titus and like welcomes him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, how was your sister?" Type of like, "How's your sister?" That stupid jokes. And he like looks at Talon and Andrew because like he's very new, so he's like, "I don't know, guys. You guys feel like you," as he like looks at Talon and Andrew, says like, "Kind of close, you know." You guys feel
Is he
like
actually snapping his fingers all up in her face, like getting the switchy,
yeah,
the
yeah,
switchy thing going? Oh god!
like he doesn't do it like to your face. He's just like to himself. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, and he's like getting this like weird smell, like, and he doesn't want to look at Creed because Creed smells like a dead person.
He's yeah.
Nonsense. Creed smells like drugs.
Drugs plus dead person.
Drugs and dead person. Ugh. An improvement.
Right? Talon will kind of, because he's at least vaguely familiar with this guy. You got some more we can talk?
Wait, let me check. As he like goes back to the bar and says like, "Get the fuck out of here! Did I told you not to do this shit again here? God damn it! Get out of here!" And like there's like a
Just
woman
clears out a corner, flips the table.
There's like a woman and a guy kind of like gets out of there. He's like, "God damn it! I fucking told him to not do it here."
Oh, the actual storyteller's here now. But like at the same time, oops.
And he says like, "Yo, you guys go in there. Yeah, I'm sorry for it. Might not be that fucking clean, but yeah, it's fine."
So
I love
bipolar, right?
I'm just no, he's not bipolar.
Just
He's handling his business. He's handling business, that's all.
goes off at the drop of a hat.
Oh my god, I love Titus. This is amazing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Andrew's gonna he's gonna look down at the seat, grab a napkin, have himself a sip.
He's
Creed's-
like opening the door for everyone, making sure everyone comes in, and he's lighting a cigarette while doing that.
Creed's going to.
smoking doors.
He does.
It's
Talon like his
cyberpunk
face
days,
like
man.
wrinkles in. As he
Creed's
walks
ju-
in the door, he's just like crumpling his face.
Creed's going to give, as Titus lights up, a wide berth, but kind of mask it as he takes a swig of the tequila. Yeah, sorry.
He like gets in after everyone gets in, and he says like, "Yeah, you live your bar to a damn brother, and they've turned it into a fucking whorehouse in 2 days. Fucking piece of shit."
Speaking of whorehouse, cough, Amber, cough.
I walk in, wherever you guys are.
Oh,
I didn't
she's
think anybody was here. No.
they're probably in the bar anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
Titus kind of looks at Amber and is like, "Oh, I remember you."
What's up?
He gives a fist bump. "I'm back."
Long time no
fresh
see.
out.
Yeah, no. He looks at her and like he turns like gets his head to the back door and says like, "Hey man, like there's someone who I also feel comfortable here."
Yeah, all
I-
the comfortableness.
I don't know, like she feels like like comfortable.
Yeah.
No, Amber, there's no creepiness here. I'm sorry, I just something about you just feel comfortable. I don't know.
I pat you on the head.
It's
Just give
okay.
you a little
Everyone.
pat. It's okay.
He looks at like you petting him on the head, and he like gives her a look, but like okay, I guess.
So
No pain, only dreams now.
Creed is in the back room, with his feet up, of course, crossed, taking a sip of tequila. He's pretty much, I figure, because of his ridiculous empathy, read the entire situation, is pretty aware of what's going on, is just waiting for someone to drop the beans.
So the Titus makes sure Amber gets in because he kind of feels close to her for some reason, and someone is going to explain why. And he actually literally just said like, "Hey, I feel close to you as I feel close to the people inside. Would you like to come in?"
That's
I
not
would
creepy
love
at all.
to. You gonna buy me a
Pardon?
drink?
You're today all the drinks are free, and you're
Whoa.
kind of hot, so all the drinks are more and more free for you, especially
Awesome.
free for you.
Great.
They were free
The
today.
negative cost.
They
We'll
are,
pay you to drink.
They are
Exactly.
double free.
Especially if you pull more hot people like yourself to drink here more, I'm gonna be like, hey, you drink here
Business.
free all the time.
You're saying that to the right beast.
Yes, yes. I might be able to do that.
Yeah,
Andrew's
connection.
Andrew's gonna have a look over at the new face, both new faces. I do believe he can tell family just on looking.
You have to get an exceptional success, I believe. It is a roll to get more than just their supernatural type, though.
Oh, I thought it was easier for beasts.
I will double check because that's like page 80 something. But in the meantime,
In the meantime, while you're double checking, Creed's going to eye the new girl. And when I say eye, he's going to go, "Hey, Angel."
Oh, okay, so he's being obvious about it.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, sorry. Supernatural tolerance, family is, and rough idea of satiety level.
He's just going to go, "Hey, Angel. I can see why he feels close to you. You want to get close to me as well?"
Oh, man.
There's
Amazing.
4 guys inside. I think she's gonna run away, but okay.
Yeah, we have 4 guys and a girl in a small room, and the fucking drug addict goes, hey, you want to get close to me too?
Don't
Titus is
forget,
like, yeah.
he's very, very charming. About
Yeah, he's he's the social character.
Oh, he's the social character.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's being charming about it.
yes.
Obvious, but charming.
My character has like presence 4. He's like what,
He's a
also
glorious
charming?
bastard.
Kind of. I also have like the merit that he has, striking looks.
Okay. So
I've-
you're just sitting down there, just sitting down at the bar or wherever.
Pretty sure we have like a booth or something.
They have a booth,
all of
and
us.
like he's trying to invite you to the booth. The Titus.
All right. So
This
I'll-
booth, the
Go ahead.
sorry, never mind.
Go ahead.
The booth is full of pretty boys because there's at least 3 of them with striking looks, 2 of them with 2, one of them with 1. Good grief.
If she looks at all hesitant, Creed is just going to activate awe.
Oh god, not again.
I'm very comfortable in myself, so I just walk right over.
All right.
And I bend over trying to, exploit the goods per se, give a little eye candy kind of deal. Because it is a table full of attractive guys.
So she's the bartender / waitress who gets all the customers.
Except I don't work here.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yet.
Delicious compliance. I don't work here.
So like, he looks at
Oh.
Talon and Andrew and says, "Yo, why I fucking feel connected to you guys and smell him, bit old weirdo, mirdo, mumbo jumbo."
Okay, that's weird.
Oh, this is.
Like that's all Talon. He just looks
I mean-
dead at you, and he's just like.
I mean, when I was new at this, I was new at this, but I didn't think I was ever that new at this.
Yeah, Talon's shooting Andrew a look like, what the fuck?
Oh, is he one of your baby? One of you?
I ain't no fucking baby, no.
I mean,
If you-
in a manner of speaking.
So
Do you
you
have
guys
any
gonna
funny
make room
nightmares?
for me to sit down, or am I just gonna stand here?
Talon,
Please sit
Cre-
down.
Yeah.
Creed's made us room for you.
Wow.
Titus is standing up.
Perfection.
Titus is standing up. He's not like being touchy, with anyone.
I'd totally take Titus's spot.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, Titus.
So, have you had any strange dreams lately?
I always had fucking strange dreams where someone bashing my skull, and I was bashing some people's skull.
Talon just smirks. Well, we have a word for that.
He literally is like tells us like very easily, and then he says, "So what's something strange happened? Like I got like jumped at the prison." As he like opens his hand, and there's like a very small burn scar, and a couple cuts, and he pulls his chest out, like he opens his like t-shirt, lifts his t-shirt. Other than abs, there are like some like other than abs, there are like some scars, and he's like, "Yeah." So then I'm
Wait,
like,
there's
"Yo."
no six pack? Oh God. There's no six pack.
I think he has six packs, but I just didn't want to go into
His
details.
striking looks
talking
too.
about
It's an
beer.
8.
Yeah, he is strength 4 and striking looks. He's like, so, and then I'm like, yo, I'm not dying. What's going on? And
That's perfect.
like, I should have been dead because I'm like fucking burning alive. And then guess what? Not dead. I said God exists and hallelujah, but it didn't work. So yeah, here I am.
Well, you just told us at least one of your activisms, and potentially your family, just straight up. Although we already knew that.
He doesn't know anything, so he's like,
I don't know what's going on.
yeah, he's like, he doesn't. I
Why
don't
do
know what
I
the
have
fuck
a
is going
hunger? I
on.
don't understand.
So like, I ate. I missed onion rings and KFC, and I ate a lot of KFC today. But I'm fucking hungry. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, you started with a satiety of 2, so you're not just hungry. You're like pissed and starving.
Hmm. That's why he was yelling at people.
So
Yeah.
that's like he's yelling and tossing
Yeah.
tables and. Okay. Andrew's sitting at like 8, so he's.
He's lethargic. He's like, food coma.
I know that feeling. I mean, he went. Well, either way. So.
So
What,
is it
what
okay
was
to
the
be
answer to the dream question again? Because all I got was a lot of people smashing in skulls.
Creed's
Fire.
going?
Fire.
Oh, fire and smashing in skulls. Oh, that's
Hot
totally
food.
different.
Yeah, he
Creed-
said he was burning to death, but then he didn't die.
Yeah. Creed, what's up, man?
Creed's going to lean over to Bella and be like, "You following any of this?"
Bella?
Or what's
Amber,
her
you mean?
Amber? Yeah, I don't know why I said Belle.
A
Amber.
Southern Bella.
Yeah,
And you didn't get any feelings from these dreams? I promise I'm not trying to shrink your head or anything.
No, but like, I was getting angry, a bit more angry, and I felt like he takes a deep breath and he says, "How do I say this? I don't know, man.
Man
It
comes
just felt
over to another table and just sits down from you guys and turns the chair backwards. So he sits with his arms leaning on the back of the chair and he just looks at you guys.
hi."
Hey,
Is he like?
Andrew, Talon, pleasure as always. Creed, good to see you.
Who is this fucker again?
This is the bartender at Creed will lean over and go, Jason, weird to see you outside of Tatiana's place.
Well, I do have another life outside of that. Not to mention, I know quite a few bartenders in this town, so I know most of the bars. It just goes with the territory.
You know shitty places like this one as well?
Oof.
Of course.
Self-deprecating.
Oh, and I would hardly
Yeah.
call this establishment shitty, my good sir.
It is
It's
kinda
pretty
fucking
close.
shitty.
It's pretty close.
It is close, but it's gonna be the best shit ever in a year.
That was
Looks-
simultaneously amazing and terrible.
Jason looks around. Jason looks around. And he says, "I don't see any shit."
You don't need to see shit for
Give it a minute. I'm sure
to be
someone.
shitty. Yeah, give it a minute.
Well, come on, guys. Just turn a phrase. I mean, it's cozy here. Flinging poo
Yeah.
around a bunch of.
All
I
right.
was just not here for a fucking year, okay? So people just did what they
I'm
did.
gonna level
which
with you, Talon.
level with
Talon, like, he's not like getting in your face, but like you can tell
Mhm.
he's got like a look towards you.
level
You
with-
are something else now.
Creed's keeping an eye on Amber and seeing how she reacts to any of this.
I just look like I'm there, you know, just listening in on the conversation. Don't really look extremely interested in it.
Sorry
Just
if I
kind of listening.
cut Jason off there, but you're something else now, and it's not the kind of thing we can talk about in public. Having a booth, like this establishment, cool. You done something, cool. When I asked for a place to talk, I meant private. I thought that was clear with my
Ah, shit.
recent experience.
Fuck.
James, you still got that back room I used to do deals out of?
Name's Titus, and yes, we have that place. Let's go there. And
Titus?
yeah,
Since when?
since I rebirthed into whatever this fucking shit is.
Cool. I can understand. I can groove with that.
Insert the evil grin from Talon.
Creed's going to get up and start leading the way with his arm, offering a hand to help his new lady friend up, Amber up.
I take it politely.
She was actually a childhood friend of Talon's, so Creed might notice a slight shift momentarily when he's like, "Hey, you fucking ruined Zoe for me. Now you're stepping in on this too."
I didn't ruin Zoe for you.
How many people are joining right now? I can't add anymore.
He again takes a drag from his cigarette and looks at Andrew. Yeah, bro, we going in?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Creed will drape his arm around Amber, lean over, give a wink to lean back so she can't see, give a wink to Talon because he picked up on that. Then lead Amber into the back room if she'll allow him.
You fancy pants coming? As he looks at the Jason.
He kind of looks up. He shrugs. He says, "If I'm welcome."
You see, like one of do I feel any supernatural stuff from you as a beast?
Oh yeah, he's a mage.
He kind of looks at you and says, "You feel kind of like Harry Potterish for some reason."
Points his finger. He points his hand at you, and he's like, "Avada Kedavra."
Man, that
Nothing
shit doesn't
happens.
work on me.
Creed will
Nothing-
lean back and just go,
nothing
"Come on, Come on, Sparky.
Yeah, let's
He
go.
just chuckles a bit.
Sparky,
He shrugs and he follows.
Then everyone goes in. Like this is like a place where probably like where they keep the beers and all that jazz. He immediately returns the cooler off, and he basically leans towards a wall and he waits for people to do explanations.
Huh. This place would be interesting. Shame.
Sorry, my roommate got out of bed and everything. So we're in the back room with the cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Creed's going to check if the sash behind the right panel wall is still there.
It is still there.
All right, so he just starts handing out. Well, they look like joints, but you're not exactly. This being Creed, you're not exactly sure what's in them.
I've been around Creed long enough to know, and I've got heightened senses. Is it pot? Because he's already handed me one of those before.
It is pot, and it is what was the name of that? The one makes you fast.
Oh, okay.
Speed, correct?
Yeah, not the crack.
Speed. All right, yeah.
Ecstasy.
that-
Ecstasy.
yeah. It's a blend strain.
The Titus doesn't take as well.
So, nobody can hear us here.
Yeah.
When you burned, you didn't actually burn. Our kind of a word for that. It's called, fuck's sake. It's called being devoured. You probably got a new friend, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We might not look normal, but needless to say, that's a part of you now. Talon's not good at pep talks.
This is the best
I
pep.
give a little
going to
chuckle.
go.
This is like the best
And
pep
Andrew
talk
was-
Titus ever received.
And Andrew's going to look for an object lesson. He's kind of looking around the room.
I
Is there an
step away
empty
from it.
bottle? Is there an empty bottle laying around, or
Yeah.
like empty Coke can, or some kind of
Empty
something?
bottle. Empty bottle.
Yeah, that'd be more impressive. He kind of holds it up. Your friend lets you do interesting things, right? And he kind of just slaps the bottle. Like it really shouldn't. His hand is flat, but it really shouldn't do anything. But he just bisects the bottle. Like his hand was made out of steel or something.
Creed claps at that.
That looks cool.
I'm gonna actually do something similar and use Eye of Heaven to figure out his aspirations.
Yeah, it does.
And insert, I don't know what they are, but he'll kind of like, I kind of know what people want. And he'll like list off maybe something not so personal in your aspirations if possible.
Let me check. Create a group who's loyal to him.
Cool. So you want friends?
Minions.
Kinda.
Creed just comments minions.
Come on. Friends is cool as well. There are those who become minions, there are those who are friends.
How do you separate them?
Creed will lean over to Bella. I keep saying Bella. Amber, and say, "So, baby, you doing any tricks?"
Oh no.
Oh, he's making those 4 presence dots work for him, I guess.
I know.
I just
anyone
look
who
at him,
looks-
tell him, you don't want to know.
Anyone who looks over at Jason and you see him set his watch on like a timer, and he's like, "And mark."
What are you doing?
Give it a minute.
I think he was timing how long Creed could resist, and
Creed.
naturally.
Jason looks up. Creed. Guess what, man? You broke your old record of 5 seconds.
Creed holds up his arms like, woo!
Creed, bro, your bros, but like, just like, if she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it, man. But I can do crazy stuff like that. Yes, it is stupid a bit, but it's also fucking cool.
I'm talent like all the beasts know you're pretty like you're starving. You're 2 away from being ravenous. So
His hand
I'm
shakes. Go on, sorry.
who's gonna look over at Amber. You're the type that can get people. Or sorry, how would you phrase this? Why don't you go get someone for our friend here? And he kind of nods to Creed. You would recognize that he's a vampire, so you know what Talon's saying.
Right. Yep. All right. So I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. I go out into the bar.
Creed looks at Talon with a raised eyebrow.
Amber, go ahead and roll me a presence.
All right.
Actually, go ahead and tell me what you're using first, if you're using anything, and then I'll say what you roll for.
For to go get somebody.
Yeah, just to like pull the attention of someone.
Yeah, mingling with a crowd, getting someone's attention.
I'm legit just going to find somebody and talk to them at first.
Right. So go ahead and roll me.
Go ahead.
Roll me presence plus.
Socialize, huh?
Yeah, presence, socialize, plus the striking looks 2, I believe. I think you took striking looks 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. So go ahead and add that for the hell of it, please.
All right, and that is I have to remember all of the.
You have 1 presence, 2 striking looks, and then your socialized, I think, was 2 or 3 as well.
So the question is she
Oh,
using her?
Sorry, I have to. So there's a dice channel under play tools that you'll see a bunch of commands that you can use.
The question is she relying on her looks or is she charming them to the back room here?
I'm relying on my looks to get their attention, and then I'm going to persuade them.
Right. This is mostly just to get the attention of someone, and then if it comes to talking and other persuasions, I'll have that.
So that's 5. So it's 5
dice.
plus 5d10.
You're going to roll 5d10 greater than or equal to 8. So it would look something like this. Are you looking at the dice channel?
Yep.
Watch this. See that command I just typed in?
Yep.
That's basically what it looks like. And because this is your first kind of roll, I will go ahead and roll for you as the DM. Don't worry about rolling.
Well, it's the same dice pool anyway.
Yeah, I'll count that as a hit. So you did get a hit, and that will be just enough to get something going. And
Okay.
you are able to gain the attention of a young fellow.
Awesome. So I start talking to him.
Hey, what's your name?
Amber, and I'm being really cutesy about it.
Well, well. Let's see what this guy's.
Oof.
Odd out of curiosity, guys, odd or even?
Even.
Okay, this guy's pickup lines suck. He's gonna look at you and he's gonna be like, oh my, someone called the Pope, heaven sent an angel.
Oh god.
I force myself to blush, of course, and like kind of play it off as like I really liked it. And go ahead.
He's like, I don't see. Wow, you are something else. My name's Joe.
It's nice to meet you, Joe. I'm kind of, new to this bar and stuff, so it's just kind of wandering around, seeing if I could find somebody to hang out with.
Well, no worries. I can show you around. You new to Gotham, or you been here long?
I've been here for a while. I heard about the secret room though here. Maybe
Oh,
maybe
no
we
way.
can sneak off.
Did you say that somewhat like hint, hint, nudge, nudge, or did you just say that casually?
No, I said that hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Okay. Roll me manipulation.
Mhm.
Probably persuasion.
Yeah, roll me manipulation, persuasion, and add striking looks. Because even though you're not technically using your looks to do this, I would argue that this could add to it. So go ahead and make that roll.
Alright.
If he is resisting, he still gets his composure. But
He's not.
You really think he's gonna resist?
That's why I was like, I doubt it.
I'm gonna point another fact. He is young. He is male. He is probably slightly hammered.
Mhm.
He
Does he have any narcotics in his system?
Did I do that right? No, I didn't.
You have to put /R for the command.
/
Oh,
R
there we go.
total.
It didn't show up. Okay.
Let me check, Reed.
And is there a space there? Or
Yeah, /R, whatever your
Space.
dice pool is.
Let's try that again.
There you go. And it counts for 2. Not that it.
2 hits. So he's like, he is just overly infatuated with you, and he's like, oh, well, yeah. Finishes drinking his beer, and to answer your question, Creed, you'll find out when you meet him.
All right.
Alright, so I take his hand and lead him to the back room.
Oh, laying it on.
He's like, all right. So
So we head to the door.
Yep, you get to the door, and are you doing anything specific at the door? Or are you just gonna walk in?
I'll probably knock twice just to tell Talon I'm there, because I'm
Alright.
sure he would know a little bit, and open the door and walk him in.
Like behind him with your hand on his shoulders, welcome in, or like still doing
No. Like I would try to keep his gaze on me, and
Fair
like
enough,
kind of
fair
open the door and back, like me walk backwards.
There totally isn't an army of guys here waiting to mob you.
No, of
cough,
course. I would hope in my knock you guys would have probably backed away from the door a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
bit.
You
That was
guys
my
have
hope.
noticed. Yes, you guys have noticed that Jason is just nowhere to be found when the door opens.
That's cool.
Okay.
Neat trick.
And I'm
Totally a force mage.
totally a
Is
mean,
he
if
still
it-
in the
if-
same
well-
plane of existence?
If anyone would like to roll me a Clash of Wills with a perception power, you could do that. But right now, no.
Sure.
The Titus is like, where does this motherfucker go?
And when you walk
So-
in,
called it.
hang on. As you guys are talking, go ahead and talk about. I need to do stuff with Amber here. As you're pulling him in, everyone else has kind of made themselves not necessarily scarce, but kind of hard to notice.
Mhm.
You come in and his eyes are focused on you. Like I said, he's young, he's smashed, he's had a little bit of weed. He is I'll make the scene very ironic. He looks at you, Amber, and he says, "Well, this must be my lucky day."
I look at him. I'm like, it's lucky for someone. I go to the door and I lock it. I'm like, I don't want any intruders.
He is. He's. If someone could beam, he would be beaming right now.
While like this is happening, Titus is like, what the fuck I do now? He's whispering.
Pay attention.
I'm guessing. I've been around Talon enough, so I probably could have picked up on his hints of what he wanted me to do. So while this guy is distracted, I'm just going to come up behind him and give him the kiss.
Okay. He is completely distracted, and this will be extremely easy, but go ahead and roll me a dexterity stealth roll for the hell of it.
Oh God, I suck at this so bad.
Uh,
And at this time, before he does all that, I am trying to keep his focus on me so much, so I'm starting to like pull down the straps of my dress, kind of deal.
Right. Oh yeah, that's going to be.
Mhm.
He is going to be very infatuated.
Titus is still looking at town. I don't know. Do I have to fuck people now?
0 successes.
he kisses
I'm not
me with
stealthy.
persuasion anyway, so.
Yeah.
So, several things happen. One, I need to ask Creed, because this will make for some unbelievable, probably comedy and maybe even a dark twist of humor. Would you like to make that a dramatic failure for a beat?
No.
Okay, then it's simply a failure. Creed gets up and starts to sneak on over to our friend, who is currently very focused on the very beautiful women undressing before him. And that's when Creed knocks over a chair behind him.
Yep.
But, as Amber said, she is trying to keep his attention, and he is very focused on her. He does not notice the chair get knocked over. And you say you sneak up behind him and give him the kiss?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a brawl plus strength plus 2, because you're completely catching him off guard.
All right. I guess this is a fear kiss then.
Well, I mean,
I was
you're
hoping
sneaking
it'd
up
be
here.
the ecstasy kiss.
Well, the thing is, he's sneaking up behind him and he's biting him. He's not walking up to
Yeah.
him with presence or majesty,
but
majesty activated and being like, haha.
He does have awe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, if someone has awe up and I'm looking completely away from them and not
Yeah,
even attention
Yeah,
on
but
everybody,
I'm hoping that out of character it'll still not, since I'm coming out of nowhere, it won't hit him with the frightened condition instead the swooning. That's
Right.
all. That is going to be 3 successes.
right?
Cool.
You are able to sneak up behind him and give him the kiss.
All right.
And all the beasts gain a satiety. And for those of us with family ties, you get 2.
Sweet.
I got family ties with Creed.
Ah, nice.
Do I get 2?
You are no longer starving, my friend.
And
You are
he
now
looks at
saved.
people and he's like, I don't fucking starve anymore.
And you're just watching as your friend Creed comes up, towering over this guy, leans down, and bites him in the neck.
Is this
I'm
like a
just
gay
gonna
club
fix
or
my
some shit?
dress. Act like nothing happened.
Basically, like, Titus is looking at Andrew and telling, is this like a gay club? Do we like gain more hunger and be like, fucking bite people in the neck? Are we vampires now?
It's funny you say that. And Talon just like shrugs. He's like, you can draw your own conclusions. But
Dude, that's
yes.
bitch. That bitch ass tried to beat, like, try to get laid in my fucking bar.
I mean, haven't really tried that, but then again, biting people isn't really my thing.
Creed will finish drinking.
How much blood are you taking from him?
I'll take 2.
2 vitae? Okay.
Yeah. I've been feeding recently, so I'm not hungry.
Okay.
So, what you are looking at, Titus, are our kin, our
fellow
family,
monsters.
our younger siblings, you might say. You and I were firstborn, as is she, and as is our mutual friend Talon here. It's what allows you to just look at someone and know what they are.
I want to beat that guy.
Sorry, I was wrong earlier. It's 3 satiety total because it was successful, and we have family ties, and the attempt is 1 base as well.
Right. So Titus, you have gained 3 back.
We observed a hunt. We saw a successful hunt, and if family ties are a thing.
Titus just looks at the Talon and Andrew says like this may sound weird, but I want to beat that guy.
Wait, beat who?
That dude who tried to like go pump chicka pump in my bar.
While I'm finishing feeding, you just see Creed raise his middle finger at you.
I just chuckle.
We're all monsters here.
You
Like
guys do
anything
also
was gonna
see.
happen.
No one here is mortal, but you guys do also see that Creed, had extended fangs and was like
Yeah.
really biting into the guy and eating him.
Does the guy seems scared and like trying to run away, or is he like?
He's in ecstasy right now.
No. Because here's the thing: he was not to be creepy, but he was in ecstasy the moment he entered the room with this amazing-looking woman, and then it just kept adding on and on and on, and he was just like, "Oh yeah!" And then he gets hit with the kiss. The kiss has often been described as even more pleasurable than the greatest moments of sex, is what the kiss.
Yeah, they never had
as.
sex with me. That's the problem. But
And so when he receives the kiss, yeah, he just looks like he's just like, yeah, kind of one of those.
Just a blubbering pile of.
So, there's an OOC question coming. I play Anakim, and a guy on Hunger for Power, and their hunt is basically like them showing dominance, I think.
Okay.
Well, trying to attain power in some way, yeah.
Yes.
Do I still feel like I want to gain power?
That's always going to be a constant thing, but how intense it is more. It's more intense the lower your station.
So now that you've been fed, your desire for it has gone down. Like it's always there, whether you are full, whether you are starving, it's always there. But the more full you are, the less of a drive it is. When you're down to like super hungry, you have a massive drive to insert dominance or power.
Yeah, the horror is like licking the back of your skull, beating in your ears, like you're all raw and on edge. Like just, it's almost like an addict being deprived. Like you're, it's almost all you can think about when you're starving.
It also determines how picky you are.
Mm-hmm.
When you are starving, anything will do. Like if you had grabbed this guy and just punched him in the stomach as hard as you could and then like, get the fuck out, that would have been enough. But if you're at 5, now you have to, it's a little more tenuous.
At least, yeah.
Because it is new and I want to like play this experience, if you don't guys mind me, of course. He like takes a deep breath and like nods at Creed, like looks at Amber and smiles very, not awkwardly, but like, okay.
I wink.
He like when you wink at him, he like he's like he looks back and like, oh, okay, and he winks back, and he's still looking at this person who is like coming for a quick fuck in his bar that he works so hard. His hand starts to shake, and he like tries to turn this guy towards him, and he like starts slapping his face to wake him up.
If I may,
go right ahead.
Jason walks up. That was in character. Jason walks up to the guy, like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" "I'm doing great." "Hey, yeah, that's great. I'm gonna need you to forget any of this happened."
I was gonna beat him, dude.
Jason, you see Jason kind of looks at his eyes, and the guy kind of glazes over. Here, let me go ahead and do the roll. This is spent.
It's always fun to have a mind controller around, as long as they're on your team.
This is a rote. This is a rote.
Well, we know at least.
I know a thing, and Buddy's just going to.
Well, we know that this guy has Mind 5 at least, because anything else is not lasting.
Yep. Jason kind of looks at him. "I'm gonna need you to forget about this." And the guy's like, "Huh. Yeah. What was I doing here? Hey, yeah, man, you tripped and stumbled, and we had to kind of get you some medical attention, but you'll be fine. Just get home and get a lot of liquids. And
wait.
food,
I'm gonna play into this, and Just like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Can I do anything? I'm just gonna play right into it.
He's
Titus
like,
He's gonna
yeah.
hold him from his shoulder. And says he's
Right.
like, yeah, he's like pushing it like strength forward at his shoulders, and he's like, yeah, you just came here for stupid reasons.
Yeah, why don't we get you out? Hey, Amber, why don't you help this guy to his vehicle, wherever it might be, and like get it, or call him a cab. Call him a cab here. And Jason kind of looks over and he points to the wall. It's like there's a phone over on the booth there. Call a cab and get this guy, home, please.
Okay. So I take him out of the room. I do. I actually have the bartender take care of all of this.
Sure thing.
So I bring him out. I sit him down in a booth. I go and talk to the bartender. Be like, hey, this guy's really drunk, and he kind of tripped. He needs to get home. So can you call him a cab?
Oh, yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
Thank you.
Whatever you say, hot stuff.
Oh, can I also have just a glass of straight whiskey? Full glass, big glass, please.
Of course.
Big glass.
He pours you a glass.
Thank you.
While this is happening, Titus actually looks at that mage that he doesn't know, and he's like, man, why did you do that? I was gonna beat him.
Well, it seems that there has been a bit of teaching going on here, and I thought I'd teach another important lesson.
Discretion
is the better part of valor.
I walk in and laugh.
Jason looks over at Talon and he gives like a thumbs up.
Guys, discretion, but it was like trying to disrespect my bar. I was gonna break his kneecaps and send him and say, no more fucking around here.
Right, yeah, I know. And that cop sitting over in the corner at the outside of the bar wouldn't notice a thing, right?
Yeah, cops, they shut the fuck up and you pay them sometimes, but yeah.
Talon literally just laughs. He's just like, he just leans back and he's just like, oh boy. We have ourselves. I thought I was wild, but this guy's fucking green.
Creed just gives a small grin.
I shake my head. Like, really?
Oh, you guys judge me now because I pay cops?
Sorry, this is the
first time. Take some money.
First time Talon's ever laughed around anybody since ever. So it's like poor
so
Creed.
there's a little bit of shock in everybody.
Well, Andrew is confused.
Creed's giving us small his smile isn't like, oh, oh, haha, oh, that. It's, oh, I remember this. This is nostalgic.
He takes a deep breath and he says, okay, fine, I'm not going to beat anyone here then.
Though there is a nag because this is definitely more gung-ho than Titus, definitely more gung-ho than James ever was.
So is there any other lessons like don't fuck with the prostitute without condoms, don't smoke too much weed, don't do cocaine with tartar sauce,
never always smoke more than weed than you think is enough. Cocaine with tartar sauce, no, but with mustard, yes.
He's like still looking
I don't
around.
think that's what he meant.
But these are important life lessons.
Don't stick your dick in crazy. That's another life lesson. But yeah. What's up? What are we doing?
Yeah.
I just bust out laughing at that.
So, what does cops think about us now? Because we're all fucking gone.
Depends on which one you talk to.
Is there a cop here?
As far as people go, it's better that they don't know what the fuck we are, firstly. Secondly, as Jason here has made clear, discretion. I know he, and he kind of gestures to Creed, has a society built on, we'll say, discretion.
Oh shit!
We don't want
society.
We don't want people knowing what we are.
Yeah, they're all fuckheads.
He still kind of chuckles. This is probably the best he's ever felt because this is the first time he's not been starving or sated forever. And he kind of actually smiles at Creed, and then he's like, this guy's as green as they come. So, what would you wish someone did for you your first night out?
Give me a big thing of mushrooms and say have fun.
Well, his shoulders almost slump, and he's like, Andrew. You know what I'm getting at.
Please, I locked up my girlfriend in my apartment for 4 days just so I could try to break her up with the guy that she was seeing.
Wouldn't that
I
make
don't
her
think I'm
not
a really
your
good
girlfriend?
example. That is correct. She is my
That
ex.
might- what? Oh, yeah.
He said he locked up his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't
Time.
lock people, man. Locking is like too much.
All right, who wants to fill him up? I'm just over here like, guys want to go on an adventure? Let's go. Fill him up.
I actually
No.
can't go on an adventure at the moment. I have to do all the respect. I need to take care of the bar a bit and beat the people who, turns it into a fucking whorehouse.
Is that your answer for
Ouch!
everything?
No,
That
it's
is
not.
rude.
I didn't call you a whore. No, it wasn't about you.
You
I was
said it's
just
a
like,
whorehouse, and I'm the one that brought him back here.
no, it's not about you. It's about the dudes who were fucking at the kitchen.
It's
That was the we're gonna clear a spot for you to talk, and it was yeah.
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 With all due respect, I'm not calling you any whore, or I'm probably gonna beat the guy who calls you a whore. And violence is not, something I do all the time. It's just like these motherfuckers, these stupid crackheads, only understand from violence.
Talon just pulls his bow out of his shadow, neat trick, and just like quick draws it. He's like, I said it shouldn't always be the answer, not never.
I think like if people only understands from violence, then you gotta do what you gotta do in this town. Too many people inside, Mike only makes right.
That's where Talon drops the bow, and he's just like, I'm new to this city. Just full stop. I'm new here, and even I know that this place is a little more layered than simply might makes right. You don't truly believe the world can be so easily categorized.
The world was always
yes.
easily categorized. It was always dog eat dog.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the Batman would see it that way.
Who gives a shit about Batman? Let him go after, fucking, what was the name of that stupid guy's face with the face mask?
There's more to life than punching and fucking.
I mean, yeah, but they kind of fucking is good,
But those two things come first.
No, it's not comes first. Survival comes first. Sensation comes first. Trying to live comes first. But again, I'm not. You guys come to me in a wrong time in my life where I only have stupid idiots around me.
Well, that's not us, clearly.
Yeah, it's exactly not you. The people inside. They don't understand anything outside of might makes right. At the moment, at least. When you will swim in the bigger seas, then things will change.
Do you want this bar emptied?
No. This bar is good at the moment.
Just straight up, like, you don't like these people? I'll
I
get rid
can
of
do
them.
it more subtly than you can. I look at
You
Talon,
don't know that.
just shake my head.
Like,
Ah.
I was not here for a year, man. What happened is, like, I left this place to a cousin, and the cousin gets shot in the second week. And then I entered this fucking stupid gang war in the prison, the people who burned me. And they're out there, they call themselves Eternals, and guess what? I am going after them after some time, and I talk with my crew, and we need to get a new leader. I have a couple good ideas who should be the leader.
Alright, well, at least we covered the basics. You understand at least a little bit about your new condition. I don't suppose you have any more questions, because You're clearly on a different page right now.
You need to like talk with the human side, you know. As you guys say, I'm not a human anymore. But if I'm gonna not get kneecapped by Batman, I need to continue my life as well as the other parts.
Andrew's going to produce a card. You get your life in order, I'll be able to help you with the other half.
Thank you. He takes the card. Shiny. I always wanted to have cards like this.
And I guess I could help with the life part too.
Holy shit. Amber's
should talk
got her
about it.
overlay in properly now.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, don't worry about it.
He looks at the Andrew and says, "We should talk about it. Alliances can be, you know, cool and nice." If you're interested in him, of course.
I've already got people that I'm supposed to be friendly with, we'll say. And assuming I can get that sorted out as well, I'll have a bit more free time. But if it's just cleaning up a bar, I'm pretty sure I can help with that.
Thanks, mate.
So what is it you do?
What is it I do?
No, sorry, I should have clarified. Talon's looking at this new guy. He's already hung out with Andrew a bit and has seen a little bit, but this guy's clearly new, and Talon's not taking responsibility, but he's like, what do you do? Is in like, please don't go around town burning people down.
What I do is a little bit that, a little bit this, helping Creed sell shit or taking Creed stuff, selling them.
Another dealer.
I like to call myself an entrepreneur, but you know.
Oh no, man! I've got so much new shit. The last years I've been busy, man.
But yeah, I just do stuff and a little bit of that, a little bit of everything. I look after these people as well. You know, you don't have your home is your home. You can't change where you're born.
You have a bit more say over that than most.
These people doesn't have a lot of money and education. They do what they have to do. You don't have Bruce Wayne looking after us.
You think we do?
I don't know, do you?
Look, man, I just cut my teeth in this city.
I ain't judging
I honestly
you.
don't give a fuck about Bruce Wayne.
Who gives a shit about Bruce Wayne? Let him fuck the, you know.
But-
Let him do whatever he wants.
But there's obviously a hierarchy, and he's established. So even though we can sit here and say trite bullshit, that doesn't mean that we can ignore his influence.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be real.
Like
Especially
how?
like- Go on.
Fuck, how would I phrase this question? He's essentially asking like how talented, essentially streetwise you are. Like how well do you get around? How well do you kind of pick up the rumors? I'm not really sure how to phrase that in an elegant question, but Talon's not elegant anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He understands. Let's say he understands what you mean, and he says, "Okay, I hear things at the street because a lot of shit happens on street, and a lot of people goes missing. You hear about it. People sells new shit, new stuff on the street. I hear about it. Someone's sister goes missing. I hear about it. There's a cop on the mow. I hear about it. I hear shit that normal people usually don't hear. Middle class. And I kind of see that you're treating me like I'm a problem. I will try to be no one's problem, and hopefully, in the future, we will be best friends ever. As he like says that like we will be best friends ever in a bit of a jokingly manner, but like he means that they will be hopefully they will be friends.
I don't think of you as a problem. So you're gonna erase that thought. But we're serious about the discretion. We can't just go around kicking every door in that's convenient. It draws the wrong kind of attention.
Gotcha.
You seem like
Besides,
you're short-tempered.
there are funner ways of doing that sort of stuff.
Especially for
Man.
Talon. Like coming from Talon, he's like the sneaky guy, and he's like, this guy's angry and just goes off on everything, and now he's got powers. Like,
Listen, man.
he's like,
I was always angry. It's just nightmares and all that jazz kind of fucked me up in the past. Thank you. Shut. As he like opens the door. Did I fucking said not to do that shit again? Don't fucking open the fucking CD. As he closes the door, as I was saying.
Putting out the fire with gasoline.
He takes a
Genius.
deep breath. He tries to like keep his like himself calm. This shit didn't help me. I was a normal guy. Ask fucking Creed. I was just like, I will mind my own business. And now I'm all about hungry about like getting more and more and more. I feel like the last 2 months in the fucking prison, it was like I fought in the ring. I never was interested in that. It's like something about like taking your dick off and pissing on someone who you beat just felt nice.
sounds like you're a little too hungry still.
And I'm product of my environment, man. I grow up like this. I didn't grow up in, rich ass places.
I mean, I grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere, so that's no excuse.
If I didn't, like look after the people who I looked after, I would be get shot. So, quite simple. I had to do what I had to do. And no, I'm not trying to be a problem to anyone. I'm going to repeat that again. Hopefully, we won't have any problems.
Well, you have a gift now. Try not to spit on it. And Talon's like, kind of gets closer to the door, and he's like, the reason you feel close to us is one of those gifts. Anyone who is in the know, you can kind of get a feel for,
Gotcha, fan. Thanks.
I give you a big hug and say welcome to the family.
He hugs her back.
Talon's
Thanks.
just sour. Like, this angry piece of shit family. We're not rude. Like, he's just like, he's not mad because he's too full for food to be genuinely angry, but you can see his like.
I look at you and give you a smirk, like, yeah, this is just what I do.
So this is my number, as he gives it to everyone. And like he writes like his number to 4 cards. He gives a card to everyone, and then Amber's card has a heart.
I look at Creed. Just raises a. Are you giving one to Creed, real quick? Because he
Change my
just
number,
raised. Oh right.
Someone break my,
Thinking
someone break my,
rebirth.
yeah.
All right, so I have Titus's number,
Yeah.
and does Amber would probably have a phone? She's got resources, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah. So yeah. So
I mean, it's kind of, what I do.
So you guys are leaving?
He's not, but he might take like Andrew and Amber outside.
Creed's going to wait for them to leave. Sort of give Jason that look like, yeah, you should go too.
Jason nods.
And then he's going to turn to his old friend James, now Titus, and look at him, open up his arms and go, surprise, and flash his fangs, then retract them.
Yeah, you look disgusting.
Hey, I think they look great fetching.
Yeah, I'm not into fangs, but listen, are these like always this dark? Is this initiation?
He thinks it's an initiation.
There's some better days. There's some worse days. Today was actually quite tame.
I need you to give me weed. I need to calm down. It's getting harder.
He fishes into his bag pockets, then pulls out a joint. Hands it over.
He like goes to where they used to keep their things, and he opens it. At least this shit is still here. As he looks at a shotgun and closes the bag.
So,
Creed, with all respect and seriousness, Eternals. They try to kill me. That's unacceptable. They knew the rules.
Yeah. They fucked up. So what you going to do about it?
I'm gonna huff. I'm gonna huff. I'm gonna blow their house.
He he waits, and you realize this anger that he shows in front of other people is there, but he also there was this cunning. It's a new world, and I don't know what you can do, but maybe you can act like they're bros, and then we can take over. I'm not here to take part anymore, Creed. I'm here to take over.
That's what you meant. Yeah, I can get in with them. I can get in with most people. If you want my help, I'm glad to offer.
As he takes another drag and throws a cigarette to the ground and smashes it with his feet, and he says, "Listen, dude, fuck, I already need this weed. I'm just gonna go to my office and fucking just probably get a blowjob. I don't know. So see you later, okay?"
Bro offers the fist as he walks.
Fist bumps him.
Right.
Amber's hot though. He says that as the last word.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, who knew Talon had friends? No.
Right?
He opens the door and he goes to the back of the bar and lights the cigarettes, and that's where I will actually have to go out of the scene.
Yeah.
No worries. Take care, man.
See you guys later. It was fun.
All right. And I guess that's where we're ending the scene.
Very well.
I'm introducing Amber to Andrew and probably getting her new phone number because we didn't have phones when we were kids.
Yeah, we definitely didn't.
The whole, hey,
Andrew has additional questions.
Andrew has.
You need additional pylons. No.
Creed's going to drop off the tequila bottle he's been drinking at their table and then head out because I do have another. I'm going to have to bug Brandon about a sesh later.
Indeed, and I have a couple more scenes coming up. So
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and make my screen big, and I'll do the outro for you.
Make sure you mute yourself, Shannon.
My screen. Oh wait, I don't think you can do my. You right click on my screen and go to make big. There you go. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session in Gotham by Night. I'll see you next time.